Okay. Welcome guys. This is match number one of Syndicate Amateur League Day One. Day four. My bad. I have with me Nimohai and Nimohai. Uh, and so we'll start with the bans. Two ADC bans coming from the blue team, Caitlyn and Jinx. Vayne banned by the purple team. Nimohai, tell us something about this match. As they did play before, and the blue team came out top.
Well, the last time the blue side, they are a very strong team. We played against them as well. That didn't turn out too well. Um, yeah, handing over Callista Thresh combo is really gonna pay
Hurt them.
dividends for the blue side. It's a really strong lane. Um, Deepish on the Jarvan, that would be really interesting. He is a very mobile champ. They already have a very strong bot lane. Um, expected ganks because the bot lane should be pushing up. They should be harassing a lot. I would expect Vi to come in and gank them a lot.
Why the Warwick ban though? No idea. Not seen any one of them play Warwick yet.
Maybe they know something we don't know. Perhaps they've been doing a little research. Warwick is a silly ban, but I suppose that one single ult is really a game changer, so just to avoid any possibilities.
The Jarvan is locked in. That's probably a top Lulu, and we see a GP pick. We haven't seen a GP pick yet in the tournament, but GP is so strong if played well. So strong.
GP is a very strong champ, but it is very difficult to play. We see him right now hovering over Akali. Tristana is also being pondered.
So I guess that's a support Lulu. They're pondering about camps. I guess that's a support Lulu, or can be a support. Oh, Tom Kench. Nimoy, what do you think about the Tom Kench?
The Tom Kench is amazing. I mean, I play a lot of Tom Kench myself, and incredibly fun champ to play. On top of being a very effective champ, if played right, he basically has 2 health bars. If you can use it at the right moment, but chaining his acquired taste is not the easiest thing to do. A lot of people manage to get in the 3 stacks of acquired taste and then immediately chew on their target. They tend to forget that the tongue lash really does. It's really useful after the 3rd stack of acquired taste because it does give a stun, so you can use the stun, deal a bit more damage, and then devour them. So maximizing utility.
So it's top lane Renekton versus mid lane TF and a TF. Don't you think blind picking TF is like very risky?
Not necessarily. The team, they do know how to coordinate around each other. So I'm expecting a lot of I mean, look at the lineup. It's a very mobile composition, right? On top of which TF has his ult. So they just want to maintain a lot of pressure across the board. As for being risky in the mid lane, TF has enough CC on his hands to stay safe at all times. All he really needs is that a ward in the river, and just a little communication from the team will really keep him safe. he has the range, he has the damage, he has the CC. It's really not a bad blind pick. As far as his safety goes, it could be considered a little risky because you don't know how much damage output the other guy has. So whether the lane's gonna be pushed against you and whether you'll be able to utilize the gates to move around the map. But
Okay,
given the fact that Veigar was picked in,
yeah.
he shouldn't really have that much of a problem because Veigar will be busy trying to stack up his Qs with the Bilful Strike.
Niohai, there was a comment directed to you. Asked, Nimohai Tamkench দিয়ে NAVR এক খাওয়ার কথা মনে আছে নাকি?
I've done
Yeah,
that
yeah,
a number
you
of
know
times.
that,
You'll
you
have
know
to be
that
a
is
bit more
really
specific.
funny. You know, NAVR, people already hate NAVR because of that passive, and when NAVR turns into an egg, Tamkench eats her and runs away.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like, and I would like to imagine the opponent's faces. You know.
yeah, I mean, no, that's the good thing about Tom Kench. There's really no way to be safe if you can utilize um, his max damage or utility output. And the best thing about Tom Kench is the fact that he is so irritating.
He is
Um,
irritating. I
yeah,
would
I
say.
mean, more than a devastating champ, he is the type of champ that makes players go on tilt. So it's more of a psychological play than a mechanical play issue.
Okay. Um. So Nikolai, what do you think of the teams, the comps overall?
Both sides are incredibly strong. They both have very, very good late game, mid game, late game compositions. Both will be very good at fighting. I think the blue side have a better engage, so they should be able to start off the fights better. But the purple side really do have a very strong disengage, and they have a lot of appeal as well. Um, Anyone who jumps in from the blue side has to be aware of the tongue lash, the polymorph. I mean, there's just so much CC on the purple side. So even though the blue side has such a strong engage, they'll have to make sure that the follow-ups are there accordingly so that everyone isn't CC'd by various stuns at once.
But one just confused me. They second picked in their first rotation, the purple team picked that Lulu. Yeah, Lulu is a great champion, but considering what Champions Creator plays, I don't. The last match he played Renekton. The match before he played Garen. So considering Renekton is free, the purple team should have expected that he would pick Renekton. So why go for a Lulu pick? I don't find sense in it because Renekton can pretty much sustain in the lane faster and can just push it out. Probably dive.
Uh, Not necessarily. It is a very, very risky game for Renekton to be diving Lulu. Yeah, he has a lot of dive in, deal damage, get out capability, but Lulu can shield herself, polymorph Renekton, glitter lance from a distance. Lulu does have a very, very long range harass. And even though Renekton is such a bully in the lane most of the time, against Lulu Renekton, even if he doesn't fall behind, right, the most he can do is stay on par in CS or trading damage. I mean, I don't really expect to see Renekton overwhelming Lulu. Lulu was picked in because I'm guessing they knew they
Comfort pick?
wanted the Tristana.
Comfort pick, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they knew they wanted the Tristana, and Tristana is going to be a really, really potent damage output source. So keep her alive long enough, right? Or even the Veigar. I mean, uh, throwing down the ult on Veigar means that an additional dark matter comes out. So that is a lot of AoE damage. Even though the AoE is, I mean, yeah, it's a really small area, but that is still a lot of damage. So between Tristana and Veigar, Lulu's ult really, really does work strongly. Um, And yeah, it is a really good disengage tool, considering the fact that the blue side has such a strong engage lineup. Picking a blind was a little um, not risky, really. I mean, they could have picked a more carry-oriented or tank champ, but I'm guessing they're just throwing all of their eggs into the Tristana Veigar basket right now.
Yeah, and also, the we have seen in the previous matches why goes tank and Tamkench is like, you're killing me. Okay, I give that shield, and he just has a second life. He just has a second life. That's it. Yeah, second life, man. This is second life. So the thing is, I really think the purple team will want to make take this game to late, and then play this out. They have a very strong team. Tristana scales very well. Veigar gets so strong. Lulu is the poke. The wild growth always there. Tamken just gets so tanky. And the Vi will be useful as well. Did I cover that so far?
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
you are right. It will really come down to how much the bot lane for the purple side can sustain the damage and harass from Thresh and Callista, so that they do hit their mid-level um, soon enough, so that they don't fall behind incredibly too far. Because Tristana, if Tristana has a bad start, it gets really hard for her to catch back up. Because if she's pushed under the turret, it does become a little difficult for her to farm. So the idea will be for her and Tom Kench to ensure that Tristana has level farm with Callista and doesn't fall back too early in the game, or else that's really Callista's not the greatest snowball champ, but Tristana does really fall off on a bad start. The game is resuming right
The
now.
game is resuming. Anyway, what's your time?
20, 21, 22, 23.
Maston, is the time okay? Maston? I guess he's AFK. We'll just continue. Yeah, so red team is seen going towards the river of the blue side. The red blue side. Blue team's red side. I don't know, it's confusing. The colors are... Because purple team is not purple team, they're red. They look red. They're not.
Okay, so both teams have a ward down in the death brush near the dragon. The blue side are trying to get in deep wards, but just the Jarvan standard goes down for vision. I love how that works both ways. Yeah, so a very defensive start to everything. The only deep wards are by the red side, who get in trinket at the Tri-Bush near the bottom lane. So this could be a Krug start by the bot lane duo on the blue side. Perhaps that would really give them an advantage if they manage to pull that off. There are 4 people in the jungle right now, so that is a really strong leash coming in.
Considering yesterday's match, the first match, we saw lane swap. Yep.
Yeah, a lane swap. Yeah, it sounds so good, right? It's like my ADC gets to farm as much as he wants, but it is really difficult to pull off because the top laner really does fall behind. The bot lane is actually taking the Gromp right now, so they're coming in at level 2. And Lulu is helping by really hard leash. Double jungle for the win.
Yeah, but they are carrying out the double jungle. Double jungle is pretty good. If you can pull it off, it's one of the best things you can do, in my opinion.
Yeah, but starting off at the Grump as Tristana, yeah, you hit level 2 earlier, but she's not really the type of champ who really needs the early level 2. She needs to farm, and right now she's Um, she's gonna have a little trouble here if the Callista decides to push it in further, but they're not making that choice. So they're giving the Tristana an easy opportunity to farm. I think that is a poor idea. Faith
Yeah,
and
I
Juju are
guess
very
it's due to
capable of
the
pushing
time.
it in.
I guess it's due to the time pinch. Perhaps.
No, I mean Tom Kench compared to the Thresh. Yeah, Thresh really does have an advantage there. Wow, Renekton is diving in, feeling really comfortable and confident, pushing up the lane, and managing to deal a little damage onto Lulu. Lulu does miss that Lulu lens. So even
Yeah,
CS across the board,
as I
except for the
said,
top lane, where Renekton is really doing a lot more than the Lulu, which should not be the case right now.
yeah, as I said, Return Renekton is pretty good, and he likes to be very aggressive. Hence, I said that Lulu blanking against Kirito Zenek is probably Lulu versus, as you said, yeah, the pick, yeah, it's pretty good. Lulu can poke and everything, but Renekton is pretty strong on his own. They've played well. I guess it's not based on the player rather than the champs. We can discuss about the champs, but ultimately it depends on the players. You know, if it's a better Lulu, Lulu will do exactly what you said. If it's a better Renekton, Renekton will just go in, harass, come back out. Yeah, that's a lot of damage from Renekton.
As far as the bot lane goes, I am really impressed with the fact that the Callista is pushing in the lane, but Tristana and Tahm Kench are being able to freeze it just before the wave pushes into the turret, so that Tristana can pick up the full CS waves. Tristana is ahead on CS right now. Kirito is going in, dealing damage. He's taking damage as well, but the Doran shield is helping a lot. Jarvan is seen coming in for a gank. I don't think that's the best idea. Yeah, he's like gone right now. That was a little bit of a waste of time, considering the fact that then a nice hook lands the save on Tristana and the return damage.
That's a lot of damage. Renekton dealing damage but get traded instantly by the Glare Lance.
Yeah, but Renekton does have the burst sustain. I mean, Renekton's kit is just really strong, on top of which the Doran shield is really gonna help him. So he really does have to just play this out until Lulu runs out of mana, because Lulu is having to use the Glue Lance and the picks to
and that's a good hook, a good play, but the rocket jump is
in, but rocket jump out. Juju is wow. Okay, Kirito is really low on mana right now, but Juju is really low on mana.
It's health.
Health. Yeah.
Renekton has no mana. Please do not confuse
I
me.
was in the middle of talking about Juju's mana pool when I shifted
And then you thought,
Renekton.
yeah, Renekton has mana.
So Jibish is seen standing in the jungle right now. Yeah, give me a second. I'm having a couple of internet issues.
sorry guys, I had a phone call. Yeah, so Thresh is being very aggressive with the hook. Anyway. Guys. Also, there's no phone there, so I'll be low. So, so yeah, I'm alone right now, but yeah, so the purple team is the Veigar takes the blue, goes back to lane, Jarvan around there as well. Maybe wants to set up a gank, but Veigar's playing very passive, just fine, just keeping the queue, getting some damage. And Thresh goes to the hooks. Tam can't uses the shield. Tam is taking a lot of damage, and Kalista uses the Fate's Call, and Tamkin's flashing out of. So, yeah, Tamkin's used his shield way too early, I would say. They just waited it out. They soaked more damage and then popped the shield. So, yeah, in the top lane, Renekton's taking a lot of pull. And the TF
yeah,
comes
but the first
in.
gate comes in. Oh, that was a really early flash by Renekton. Really well played by the Lulu. Manages to sustain the stun. He barely takes any damage. So an ult, 2 ults for the blue side, and a stun and a flash. But Lulu actually comes out on top of that.
Yeah, that was a very well-timed wild. Also, so Divesh got caught in the jungle. He should be dead, and that's first blood to Veigar. Yeah. So he should have watched the map better, watched the movement, but I caught up with him and just.
Oh, that's the problem.
Just finish him.
That's the joy of having pink wards on the map. You have a pink ward, and the opposition really do want to take it out. They do tend to lose track of the surrounding. So
it's a dragon.
The dragon has started. It's already below half its HP. So that is a good. Like the red team are playing very, very well. Considering the top lane, for example, I mean, a gank comes in, 2 ults go down, a flash as well, but Lulu comes out on top of that exchange. Still putting down so much damage onto the Renekton, as we had expected earlier.
Yeah, I guess he's very comfortable.
Goes over to the red side as well. So kill followed up by an objective. The lanes are doing fairly well. Veigar has 73 AP bonus AP off the Baleful Strike. Only the Kalista Thresh lane is really ahead right now, but Tristana's not far behind. So worrying signs for the blue side.
One thing, see Renekton's item. He went for a Phage first and did the Mercury strat. He is going a bit of damage, but considering he has no MR, he has solid MR. So. Yeah, the shoes, but no solid MR. He's still gonna take a lot of damage from that Lulu, who already has a Phoenix Codex and Tome. So that'll give Lulu a lot more damage in with, and Vi is in the plane, in the brush, but Thresh spots her with the lantern. So yeah, Kalista is ching a lot, and they are. Tristana is farming on the turret.
Yeah, but Tristana's not having trouble doing it, so.
Yeah, Tristana now has a BF sword. When you have a BF sword with the Tristana, I don't. You have a lot of farming turret. How can she clearing the wards?
Yeah, but
Jarvan
that
is
only
near
tells the
the
blue
dragon.
side that it's an easy route for them to deal a lot of damage onto the turret. I think the timing of, I mean, of course, dewarding is always a good thing, but the timing was a little off. So Kirito
And
goes in to deal a little damage, but realizes
but
that
gets
Lulu is on top of
outplayed.
her game right now.
Yeah, like
Wow.
Renekton should be using his trades well. When you have that,
Oh,
that was a flash,
really?
but
A bad vault. Tries to cover that up with a flash ult, but that cost as well. They seem to have forgotten the fact
Tompkins
that,
does save him,
yeah,
and
so
that's a
Tompkins does
very
go
late
down
pick.
as well. A lot is being spent. Veigar should catch this kill, but Lulu picks up instead. So a lot was spent on those two kills in the bot lane. Really, really bad engage by the red side. Then the
It's
overcommit
still
cost
there.
by her life.
Lulu does catch them out. They are in no position.
Okay,
Veigar just
so a
one
really bad
shot,
start for
and
this team,
the stunner might
but
have
they
died,
are
but that's
picking up
a
the returned kills. Kirito is diving in for some reason, realizes that there is no CC remaining. Lulu is short on HP and mana, and Veigar's Event Horizon was on cooldown, but nothing comes for it except for the return kills for the red side. So really bad engage, a really, really long stay in the bot lane, and the red side seemed to recover off of that bad engage. And Kirito is seen pushing in this turret. He should be able to pick it up. He is taking a couple of extra turret hits. Blue goes
it
over
probably
to,
wasn't the better option, but it does do it anyways. Yeah. So as you expect, Vi is going tank with Underhog, and Tompkins just has tanky that much because you just have the relic shield and the side stone,
yeah,
and
but the red side leaves their mid lane completely open. After a strong start, that was a really, really bad misplay. So Tristana is trying to take a turret back for them.
three people are going to the top lane.
Yeah, but a
Then
couple of good wards spots them out, keeps Tristana safe. She managed to put down a lot of damage on the top turret, which should be going down the next time a champ is able to push up to it. But she maintains her safety. Right now, the two midgets of the purple side are dealing a lot of damage on the mid lane turret. Oh,
Nimohai, that was just insulting.
why,
Midgets.
why was that insulting? I'm sorry, little
Yeah.
people.
People don't like the word midget. But that was a good event
Beautiful,
horizon.
beautiful event horizon lands, but I don't think even Veigar expected that to proc. So he did take a step back. He could have dealt a lot of damage out there.
Yep. So Veigar is just swing his Q. Lulu has decent damage at the moment. The both the bot laners are in the top lane, trying to counteract each other's push. And three people in the mid lane. Thresh is warding
Yeah,
the
they
bot
really
river.
do need to get this dragon right now. Just because, well, they have the mid lane and the bot lane really, really far pushed out. This is
Vi
easy
is
for
in no
them. They might as well
position.
take this objective.
Vi is in no position to test the dragon.
No one on the
Like,
red side is, so that's a really, really easy dragon. I mean, they didn't need the 4 people there, but why not?
yeah,
I really
it's
like the
just
warding
being
that's coming
safe.
down from both sides. All entrances are covered. A couple of deep wards. Thresh lands a hook, but there's really no follow-up there. But the blue is going over to... It should be gifted over to... Yes. TF does pick up that. So a late response loses the purple side their blue buff, which would really have helped Veigar continue to stack up on his Baleful Strike. He's on 104 stacks right now.
Yeah, the Veigar will just get stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah, so Tristana is playing really, really safe in the top lane. Really, really smart. I mean, she knew that Renekton was around.
That was the event horizon. And that's a good rocket jump to avoid Renekton's stun. No, Veigar is just pushing the lane. Veigar, whatever he's doing, uh, trying to get their first turret of the match.
Veigar did really just walk into that. Tahm Kench manages to save Veigar for a couple of seconds, and they're actually both making it out of this. Tahm Kench should not have walked back. He might have been able to get out of that. Veigar makes the mistake of walking in as well. Wow, really bad misplay on Veigar's part there. He was safe, but he chose to go in again.
Might be a dive. He planned on a dive.
And another really nice poke. Lulu is picked up there. So yeah, Shutu's landing a couple of really nice hooks to engage and re-engage fights. So 4 members moving up to the top side. They should push out this way, pick up that additional turret. That will be all of the first tier turrets for the red side going down really soon. I don't think
the red side is already moving towards that.
Yeah, they're not going to defend this. They're really setting up for the second tier turret.
Tahm Kench is there. I don't know why Tahm Kench is in position, and they just take.
Yeah, so all first tier turrets are down for the red side. They, on the other hand, haven't picked up a single turret yet. 2 turrets are really low on HP. The bot tier turret is nearly at full. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. So the blue side are really doing well now. I mean, the red side had a stronger start. But always lagging is really picking it up, ensuring that they don't snowball out of the game.
Yep. So, considering the items, on TF, TF has a Lich Bane, already has the Lich Bane, getting the Aether Wisp, for possibly Luden's Echo. Yeah, so TF is getting stronger, but Veigar is not far as well. Veigar has a Nithine's Unholy Grail and probably... No, I don't know what he's making with a Blasting Wand, but the Blasting Wand makes so much item.
I'm expecting him to go for the Rabadon right now. I mean, that is really gonna help him. For some reason, Tahm Kench decided to go there alone, so that's an ulti down. That is a kind of long cooldown. That's like 2 minutes, but it shouldn't really affect how the game plays out.
He misses the Event Horizon. Misses the Event Horizon.
Yeah, the Event Horizon is not an easy thing to land anymore. Ever since the changes, I mean, it does have a proper duration now. So Vi is seen still trying to farm in the jungle, whereas Jibish is really running around. Yeah, the really mobile Jarvan paying in dividends right now.
So, blue team is pushing the mid lane. They're trying to siege the turrets. They have a Thresh. Thresh is landing good hooks. If Thresh keeps on landing those hooks, they can just go in, kill someone perhaps. And, you know, sieging turret might be a good option since the TF already has a Lich Bane. Does extra damage with that hit after the spell. Lulu's taking a lot of damage from the TF. That's actually 3 people on the Event Horizon. That's a lot of damage to Thresh.
I think the Primordial Burst should have gone down to take out the Thresh there, because that is their strongest engage right now, and had he gone down, they would have really been able to push out this lane. Take out the main engage threat on the blue side, and everything becomes really easy for Gandalf Gaming. So a little hesitation there, because I guess they thought they'd be able to pick up that kill anyways, so save the Primordial Burst, take out a damage dealer instead. But any kill right now would be a really good pickup for them.
So, team is spotted by that ward. Rhaegar is spotted by that ward. So, someone will start this dragon, and the blue team does it.
Yeah,
The
someone
red
will
team
start the dragon,
is
but
grouping up.
how do
But
you?
the
It's like it's so difficult taking any of these objectives from
Vi
Ballista.
goes
The
in.
fight starts Vi really far in, unable to protect her backline. Goes in, out somebody, but nothing comes out of it. Veigar chooses to primordial burst a Renekton, who has a giant spell and a black cleaver. Really bad move there. That fight was really poorly
Renekton will probably
played
die here right now.
by the red side. So Veigar goes down as well after a very long time. Tristana not being able to deal out the damage. Their front line was non-existent there. Vi went in so far, leaving the damage dealers completely free to walk in and just slaughtered the red side. So a really late engage by the red side there. This should be a really good pickup for Tristana. Walks away, knows that the kill will go where she picks up. The buff transfer is complete. Really bad spot for TF to be recalling.
And yeah, the TF is playing good. Already has that Luden's Echo, now going for that Konya, and already has that sick on guard.
Yeah, but the shutdown goal going over to Tristana right now, who is their main damage source. So that should help Kingdom Gaming quite a bit.
So let's see the goal differences. Yeah, Tristana is there in goal. Considering
yeah, she's
yeah,
also really ahead on CS. I mean, she's been beating her time. There was a lot of pressure early on, but she farmed really well through that. And since then, she's been the one who's been roaming around, defending turrets. That means really large waves just fed straight to her cannon. Yeah, so Tristana
look at
is
the other
preparing
lane.
for the late game.
I would like to see what would happen if the red team gets back those trees, and then how the gold is then. Because without those 3 turrets, they are not far from the goal difference. Considering other lanes, like Renekton is 1,000 ahead. Darwin is 1,500 ahead to the kills. Vega, F is 1,500 ahead. Guess if they got these 3 turrets back, it'll just, it will, summarize to
It
at
would
least,
help. It would help.
500
There would be
difference
about 4,000. I mean, sorry, about 3,000 gold different then from the 5,000 they are right now.
Yeah, so red team should really try to take turrets right now, tactic objectives. Yeah,
But
they
a
are
problem
strong.
suffering on the red side is Veigar is taking a lot of poke from those cards. Really unnecessary. He is a squishy target as it is, but taking free wild cards is not gonna help their situation.
Yeah. So Veigar has about 139. That's it. And so they will probably take this turret. Yeah, they're just face taking it. That was a good zoning event horizon.
Yeah, they really
And
needed this.
And
for the turret
Kalista
to
is
go down.
pushing the bot lane. Kalista might just take it down. She has a lot of attack speed, but she backs off.
It
He's
is
backing up.
a good decision to back off here. They just
And there's
another fight
and
breaks
now-
out. Juju goes down really fast. That was a really good fight for them. Ban needs to jump out of there. So he is eaten, escapes to safety, but NASA is there for just a little too long. Jivish dives in, thought he could pick up another kill, but it costs him his life. So I'm not quite sure who started that fight, but a 2 for 2. The support and jungler for the jungler and ADC. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so that fight, even though um, even number of kills, the just the location of it and the health bars means that another turret is picked up by always lagging.
By Tenzan Gaming.
Yeah, I mean,
They're messing these names up. So,
really,
the
really
team
strong
cards.
map coverage by the blue side right now.
So yeah, the blue team started off. They didn't start off. They didn't have the best of starts. Yeah, they are coming back strongly. They're having good team fights, and that engage a dive. It goes down. They're going for it, and this is just
Oh,
this is
wow.
like a 4v4. But now, but Tristana gets eaten. Tristana should
Just
probably
the
back
entire
off here.
location of that fight was really, really bad for the red side. And
Veigar comes
some
in way
really,
too
really good
late.
hooks landing. Follow-ups with the Flay and the gold cards means that kills are definite for the blue side. The only person alive right now is Tom Kench, who really can't do much, considering the fact that he's being chased by a crocodile. 38, 39, 40. Okay, then pause. Try to match it. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all of these blue buffs going over to the TF right now, Vega has really, really been starved out. Hasn't been the easiest ride. His laning went fairly well, considering the fact that he was stacking his primordial, excuse me, his Baleful Strike very well. But ever since the laning phase ended, he has really, really been falling behind on the CS. Right now, down 30. A lot of pressure, and the turret goes down. So only the second tier uh, turret on the top side is left standing. Yeah, so what do you think the red side need to do right now to recover from this?
They need good engages. Yeah, they need to know where the because blue team has a lot of they have two TPs, and considering if the TP is down for TF but he still has that destiny, so they should be wary of where they are, and if they can pick someone out, just kill him and go back, walk away, just straightforward walk away, pick the good fights, pick the favorable, and keep going back in. They already they took back a few. They took back turrets, even though difference is piling up for the blue for the team. They should just wait it out, wait for good positions for their team, pick fights, win the fights, do that, or just focus objectives. Need to deny the blue team of barons and no dragons and make a possible baron. Deny them rather. So
So you
yeah,
think a Baron is really, really a possibility right now?
yeah, baron is a possibility considering the blue team is ahead. Blue team can just go in, fight. They are ahead. They have good damage. They can just take someone out. They can just take one or two out and then go straight to Baron. The
Yeah, I
red team
suppose
cannot
always
contest it.
having the Rend on Callista is really, really good for these big objectives.
So, but still, considering consider the goal difference, Callista is still ahead in gold. Tristana's ahead in gold, and they're trying to do the Baron bait. They're
So
trying to
that
do the Baron bait.
barely
Lulu
misses,
does.
but a stun is gonna land up, and that is really just too far ahead. So Flash
The
and
White goes
the
down. The Flash goes down. Yeah, they start the Baron now. They
so
think, yeah.
they know
this is
that there is
perfect
no
position.
wild growth, no one to really be able to help the damage dealer sustain.
That's a lot of damage. NASA goes in.
That was really close. But I managed to pick up the kill. Had she had her stun smite available, that would have been a definite outsmite because the rend was not used properly.
And that's a good
Another
event
kill, Ebit
horizon.
goes down, but they're just standing there taking the free damage from Callista.
Calista will
So
probably
they
go
managed
down
to
now.
pick up a single kill on the support before Tristana recovered
It's a
that.
4 for 2. It's
Yeah,
a 4
so
for 2.
that Baron wasn't.
Exactly the best of Barons.
Um, yeah, it just didn't go down fast enough, and the rend wasn't used properly. Everyone was standing on the right side of the Baron pit, trying to block off any possible damage coming in from the outside, but 3 people got caught in that event horizon. Dark Matter did a lot of harm there, and the blue side really paid for their positioning in the Baron pit. That should have been a really easy Baron. Even if Vi had come in, they should have CC'd her up, and she shouldn't have been able to pick up any kills. No one should have been really low enough to go down there. But a positional error inside the Baron pit causes them to lose the Baron buff on 4 of their members. So only TF has the Baron buff right now, which is still a good thing, considering the fact that he's really mobile. He can cross the map really easy. He has his teleport. He has his destiny. So he should be able to utilize the Baron buff, but it's just so much nicer having it on 5 people than just 1.
Yeah. Tristana is now about 1000 gold ahead of Callista. Yeah, Tristana farmed a lot. Is very strong now. Has that in IE, Phantom Dancer, and Last Whisper, accompanied with that vampire, that vampire scepter. So yeah, lifesteal as well as a lot of damage. If the Rating can play around the Tristana, giving Tristana good position, landing good event horizons, and NASA gets caught. They should just back off right now.
So Navi is really in a bad spot right now. Kirito is taking a lot of damage there, but he just doesn't go down because he is such a fast crocodile.
Yeah, and they should just put the.
Oh, a really good event horizon. Make sure Thresh is in a bad spot. He does go down. So the red side should capitalize on this. They should push down the middle right now. The frontliners of the blue side are really low. Push down the middle. They can't reach the dragon fast enough. That is a really bad idea. They should still be pushing down the middle.
They
But
want
the
to engage.
blue side look like they want to fight. Okay, so the kill goes over. Wow, that primordial burst just did so much work for them. Fade hops back into the event horizon. He has the chance to get out.
That's what I meant by the fights. You do these to just take these good fights where you can do so much damage.
But the thing is, that fight should not have taken place. Why would the blue team engage with the HP bars where they are right now? And Vi is taking turret hits. So yeah, had they pushed straight down, had the red side pushed straight down the middle, they would have picked up this turret.
Yeah, they
would have
take
picked up
another
this
turret
turret
right
as
now,
well,
but-
and probably been
Because
able
the
to rotate
that
around
timer-
to take out the top second tier turret. But instead they went for the
Diamond's
fight, and the blue
coming
team
in.
were dumb enough.
Kalista
I'm
is
sorry.
not back yet. They do take the inhibitor.
Really
This
risky
is
move there,
just
but it
work.
pays off. And there's a huge
This is
wave
just
pushing
work.
in for the in the bot lane right now. The red side have the opportunity to use that.
Yeah, the goal lead goes from to 7,000 to now to 4,000. Yeah, the red team is picking the fights well. Now they have that pressure in the mid lane. They took down the inhibitor. The super minions will be pushing in to the mid lane. The blue team has to def it. Someone has to. And now the red team can focus on other lanes. This was probably a good call from them, trying to go for and engage after the blue team did the Baron, because the Thresh was down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Baron play was really, really smart. There was bad positioning on the blue side, and the red team capitalized on it. The dragon fight, though, was really, really questionable. That should never have taken place.
for the blue team didn't want to engage. The
Yeah, which
purple
is
team
really
had.
silly. I mean, they just took the dragon. You got your objective. You walk away, or just walk away.
So
But Death
they're
Note
trying to catch
decides,
the
let's
TF
go
right
in.
now.
Death Note in a
TF
bad spot.
is
Managed
caught.
to dash the slow, but they don't commit to it because they don't have sufficient vision on where the other members are.
They did spot the Trish and the Callista.
Yeah, the Thresh and the
So
Callisto were spotted, but they were too far to really cause any harm. Excuse me.
so now we come to the interesting. How do the red team come? The Vi engages on the Renekton, but the exhaust spent, and that was not needed. The exhaust was not needed. Yeah. So red team is now pushing towards the mid lane. The TF is split pushing the top. I guess they just won that mid lane, sure. But the red team is backing
there's
off.
really pressure going down on two lanes right now. They want to pressure the mid lane and then go for the Baron, but now they have to rotate around to the top and defend that turret. That is going to go down to below half HP.
Yeah, he will just back off. And Tristana just goes to cliffs.
So I'm expecting this blue buff to go over to the blue side once again. If they have the presence of mind to use it. No, they're just gonna walk up to the wave. They should have taken this blue buff away and then gone for the push on the blue side. The wave was in place.
The TF is far where he should be. So yeah, they do not want, the blue team do not want to fight at the moment.
No, it's impossible to push with that wave, given the fact that there is so much wave clear through means of Lulu, Veigar, and the Tristana.
Yeah, so the game is turning into a stalemate once again.
They really should be using Lulu to split push right now. Yeah, you don't really hear that very often, but she has so much potent split push. And she has her teleport up, so she should be pushing down one of the side lanes while the red team... yeah, a 1-3-1 would be really nice to see here.
Yeah, the TF is just going bot lane again, going to split. Yeah, they should be wary of that TF.
Yeah,
the TF
has so much damage possibilities right now. Lich Bane, Luden.
So the blue team is pushing mid. Yeah, the mid lane. The blue team was pushing mid, get out the waves, and blue team is moving towards the Baron. Yeah, it's moving towards the Baron. They get spotted in the Baron. That was a wrong sweep, though. The
side respond really well. Renekton throws down the Dominus so early for some reason, so that's an ulti down. The teleport is wasted there by Veigar. The blue team fall back, but no further pressure output by the red side.
And the dragon is coming up, the red team wants to go.
They need to get this dragon because the blue side they already had more dragons. They call for the Baron once again. The red side needs to be aware of what is happening right now, or else they're really gonna suffer. Lulu TP is there, top cannon. Flies in as well. Oh my god, that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful strike and dark matter. The Baron does go over to the red side, even though the blue side committed so much to it. Kirito dives in. Money goes down just so fast. Davis is in a really, really bad spot right now. But he managed to be able to survive that. A beautiful, beautiful Tristana ult. Managed to save that.
Down, that's a good. And TF goes in to kill the.
So the same story again. So there's another client issue. You guys aren't really missing anything right now. The fight just ended. The only survivor on the red side with the Baron buff is the Tristana. Yes, that is a really good thing, but again, same story. Only one survivor with the Baron buff. A Guardian Angel on her right now. That does wonders. Recap of what happened. The blue team had started the Baron buff. The Baron. They brought it down really, really low. But a baleful strike and the dark matter from Veigar manages to secure the Baron buff for the red side. A really strong engage after taking it away. They managed to get rid of Kirito really, really fast. Excuse me, but there was a split up, and that really did cost them a couple of their outlying members. 18, 19, 20, 21.
You know what? Can you pause for 1 second?
39, 30, 31, 32.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So the red team did pick a good fight, and now they have that Baron powered minions. Powered minions will be pushing in. There's a free mid lane just inhibitor there, and yeah, Tristana dealing a lot of damage, 1000 critical, 1100 when critical, yeah, triple one critical.
Quadra one
That's
actually. So yeah, I mean, the really late game is paying off for the red side right now. Oh, that hook goes wide. That would have been really nice. Event Horizon goes down just to ensure a little safety. Kirito dives in. Everyone is busted up, taking damage from the Dominus. A really, really nice fight by the blue side. They're just picking up kills everywhere. So the only survivor is Tristana because of her, the Guardian Angel, and she goes down as well. So that is an ace for no one. The one fight probably just turned the game on its head.
They might probably end this game right now.
The dead timers aren't long enough for the game to be ended here. But if they do continue this push out, they will get this inhibitor. They should be able to rotate around and take the top second tier turret as well. So yeah, a really, really sudden engage by the blue side that the red side were not expecting. Given the fact that they've been winning the last few fights, they did not expect all this hardcore.
They're waiting for the minions. Renekton might want to tank it.
Okay, I did not realize that the city was up, and they're just tanking this straight down. The death timers are complete, but only for one of the tanks. None of the damage dealers are here. So yeah, you're right. This is definitely the game. I mean, what a recovery by the blue side. They were ahead at first. The gold was really in their favor. The red side were recovering as well. But then a lot of back and forth, a couple of bad mistakes on the blue side were capitalized by the red side. One of the Barons were stolen. Really, really questionable engage after the Baron is taken. They lose 4 of their members there. Baron buff remains on only the ADC. They push down the middle. And they are engaged upon. That goes really, really awry because all 5 members go down really, really quickly, and Guardian Angel is just not enough to keep Tristana alive. So a full ace, a 5 for nothing, and the blue team decide that this is our chance, and they run straight down the middle. Renekton's able to recall back to base, heal up, and then come back with a TP, and they take the game.
Yep, so this is the end of today's first game, even though the first game was this game 2 first game was delayed. Ganyang Gaming has won of their games, single one yet. So they have one last game left. So yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, they are undefeated at the moment. We have a news for you guys. We're supposed to have the third game between Innocent Blood and
Multiple
and
orgasms.
yeah, multiple Kilgassons, but Innocent Blood has not been replying recently, and so I have been trying to contact them, and they said nothing. So we are forfeiting in the favor of multiple Kilgassons as the rules suggested. Yeah, so multiple Kilgassons take out a free win. Yes, out a free win, and we're going to start.
That's always sad.
We're going to start the streaming of the next match. Even though we have simultaneous matches, 12, we'll be probably streaming a match of Midnight Madness versus BandaClan, since it was initially the first game. We're going to stream that one. The other game will be available on stream, available on spec. The game. If you guys want to spec? Just message me, and I'll let you guys know who to spec. So yeah, the spec will be for that. Yeah, and it'll be recorded. We will be recording it. So yeah, guys, we'll be back at 12 with the match between Midnight Madness and Bandit Clan. So yeah, we'll be back soon. Yeah, we'll be starting later. Thank you guys. Welcome, guys. Yeah, this is the second match we're streaming, but yeah, one got FF, and the fourth match was supposed to happen, which is GG Feeder versus Virgin Hunters.
Yeah,
There we
Hunters.
just received that GG Feeders they FF the game because they have some problems. I don't know why they have the front foot, but yeah, they did forfeit. So yeah, so we're for that game is also ended. So this will probably be the last game for today. You don't have to watch that anymore. There's nothing to watch for that. So yeah, so let's get rid of the ban phases. We see Abram and Yasoban. Oh yeah, right. I have with me Faith and Nemo. Faith, say
Hey
something.
guys, what's up?
So yeah, so bans. So let's see the bans. So we have a Braum ban and then a Volibear ban.
And why the Volibear? Volibear for the top laner, right? For the
Yeah.
jungle. Okay.
Yeah, I guess Strike Guys, this team has something in mind. I talked with Strike Guys today. Yeah. So I asked him, what are you gonna do? Where are you guys planning on playing? He said that we have something new. Okay, let's see. So let's see. So they install the target.
Okay.
So that's something new.
I think the Zinzao ban is really good because the Zinzao can really give the pressure on the early game. So Zinzao is a really good plan from the purple team. And Foster speaking the Tristana, and I guess he will because late game Tristana is so OP, really good for destroying the tower and keep the pressure on the lane.
Yeah.
Amar Knight, what's his main champ as a support? Thresh, right?
Yeah, he plays a good Thresh. But yeah, considering they went for that.
Please, not a Rek'Sai top again. Never mind.
So yeah, so first went for that Tristana. I think Tristana was a good pick. I think they're going to outpick their ADC, the metal.
The Renekton pick is really good because if the Renekton can stay on the front line, Tristana will give a lot of damage from the behind. So Renekton and Tristana combination, I would definitely say it's a good one. Not sure about the Mumu because if the purple team jungler know how to counter jungle, so the Mumu will be really get behind. But let's see what happens. Okay, Vi.
Okay, some matches. So let's go back. So looking, these Oniders went for a Vi jungle. Yeah, being used quite a bit.
Vi is a decent jungle because he can put pretty much the lane on the pressure. A very good piece of ult to lock down the ADC or APC, and also can be tank and good amount of damage. So Vi is really a versatile jungle for the blue team.
What I'm interested to see, both the teams have two good players. One is the form of Faust. Faust plays really good. Faust plays really good ADC.
Yeah, I really want to see how the Faust play because I don't know, maybe if we get a chance to qualify for the quarterfinal, then we might gonna have to face him. So I'm definitely interested how he plays and how he's going to do.
Actually, a news for you: you're gonna play against Group 2 versus Group 3. So no, you're not facing them. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Don't worry. You have another team in store. So, anyways, let's get back to the game. Yeah. So they're thinking. Let's try. So probably the blue team want to watch out for Faust. Maybe push it. Maybe restrict him from getting fed. Do that.
Definitely. They should. I will say they should. They should make sure that the Tristana doesn't get fed. And as we can see that the blue team combination is pretty much the mid to late game, I would say, because no one is pretty much here to give the early pressure on.
So we
But
see a NASA's being blocked.
yeah, that's the top.
NASA's.
So we can see that the blue team will also look for the fight for the mid to late game, where the purple team has a early game advantage champion, which is Lee Sin. So if he can counter jungle and pretty much, yeah, and he's able to give the lane pressure more than Vi. So if he can do, I think the purple team have a better winning chance on the game.
But one thing I would like to say, their mid lane has to be the pivotal pick. Talking about the blue team, you see, there's a Tom Kent, there's an Annie, there's a lot of Annie's turn, there's a Nasus who can go ham once he has the stacks. They have a. He might go for a Malzahar perhaps, but I wouldn't know about this.
Well,
Considering the
blue team has really good initiation, because if the Annie can ult,
so it's a brand.
brand, okay, but I would say the blue team has a really good initiation, because if the Annie can land a 2 to 3 man stun, then rest of the combo will be really devastating for the purple team.
Um, let's resume. Bot lane Faith, what do you think? Amkench and Ash versus what? A Thresh and
Tristana and Thresh.
Tristana.
Well, I would say the early game, as usual, the Ashe might have the advantage, but still the laning phase will depend on this player's skills, I would say. So I'm also interested in what's going to happen in the bot lane. So let's just find out in Summoner Rift.
I'm interested in what will happen in the mid lane. Considering you picked Annie so early, if it was me, what I would do, I would tell my teammate, yeah, pick that brand for me, pick that early mid laner, because
Brand.
Why? No, why? Because they picked an Annie. They're pretty much sure, yeah, Tomkins is going support. Pretty much sure. Then you pick an Annie. You see an Annie. Annie is definitely going mid, because Tomkins currently support. You cannot Tomkins top doesn't that hard, and Tomkins jungle, not a lot of people can do that. So,
But
Tomkins
is best in the role
Yeah.
of, if I would say,
Nah,
the support.
Tomkins is one of the best supports. Yeah, Tomkins. So you assume Tomkins is going support. Then there's in the second second round of the pick phase, they picked an Annie and a Vi. They should have anticipated. Yeah, it's an Annie mid. So they could have picked the mid lane earlier and then waited it out, because the blue team, they came up with a good comp. Ultimately.
Definitely, very good and very strong comp. from the
Because
mid.
you think about I'm thinking Lee Sin. Yeah, fine. Lee Sin, there's a Lee Sin, there's a Renekton. But think about it. If the Renekton cannot snowball early, Renekton becomes more or less a tank. You agree?
Yeah, definitely.
More or less a tank. If Lee Sin cannot snowball early, Lee Sin becomes more or less a tank.
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, the purple team has more disengage than the engage, but the blue team engage is so strong, and I would say that but if you do the calculation against the engage blue team engage and purple team versus disengage, the blue team will overrun the purple team disengage, because what do you have for the purple team, which is one is the Tristana ult and the listen kick, nothing else. But if the blue team wants to fight or don't want to fight, they have to both engage and disengage from the Annie, Ash, and also Tomkins, because he can pretty much eat one people and make you help and make your other teammates run to the safe position. So I guess the game will go from the 30 to 35 minutes, but let's see what happened in the early game. But for the purple team, I would expect Lee Sin to make the early pressure on the lane, because late game it will be bad for the purple team. A little bit bad for the purple team, but let's see.
I come back and it is incredibly quiet.
Yeah, definitely, because we were expecting you, my lord.
I have to do all the work.
Yeah,
You have a good hold of this. Okay,
no.
Yeah,
and
he
I'm
has a
sorry,
good hold
Still
I
of it.
waiting
wasn't here
from
for a
you.
while, so I missed out on a lot of things. Did you guys cover the,
The bans and
Yeah,
picks.
we
Yep.
covered the picks and bans and everything.
of course, compositions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
compositions as well.
Possibilities.
Oh, Neophyte, the whole match is left for you. Please do the honor.
I want to leave again.
No, please. Please, Senpai, stay.
Okay, so Sabi, you had mentioned that the blue side they were going to try something new. What was that something new?
And
All of
that
these
was
things.
Tam.
Uh, uh, well, I have never seen Nashor play any.
Annie, okay, yeah. After you had mentioned earlier, I went into his account to see what his match history,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he played a
yeah.
bit of Annie. So,
I
but
no, he played an any recently because what Strike said today that they were going to come up with a different comp this time. This is a totally different comp from what they picked the last two matches. Totally different. Last two matches they went for late game scaling, single target, whatever. No real team fight initiation. This time they went they went balls in with that.
Guys, I have a question that what do you think would be the laning phase of the mid lane? Because when who win the early game, the Brand or the
I would
Annie?
say Brand has the upper hand here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Then I will agree with you. Because
Considering that range spells with
yeah,
the Pillar
definitely.
of Flame, a stun always looming there once you have that passive proc, it's like not.
Brand really
Yeah,
has
you do not overstay your welcome. You have to play very smart.
definitely
As
because
an any,
Brand early damage is so high than Annie.
so the game started. Guys,
Yep.
সবাই time to ঠিক আছে?
Yeah, I'm on the 30, 31,
oh, everyone is
33,
really, really off.
35, 36.
Welcome to
Acha, acha.
Summoner's
Keep telling,
Rift.
you keep telling what your time is.
You track the time. I'm dirty kurtsu.
Th-
Yeah, I'm good.
Wait, I'm in
আবার
one.
বলছো না বলতে থাকো।
46.
Natsun, can you pause for
47.
1 second? Pause for 1 second. Yeah, now we're good. Yeah. Wait.
Our fate.
Well, my client got crashed. I'm just getting back myself up.
30
Okay,
seconds
to
until
the
minions
viewers,
spawn.
we're really sorry. This is a really technical issue that we can't avoid, so we're just syncing everything up. Faith will be coming
For this,
back
report riot. For this, report riot.
in a while as soon as he
You mean
manages to
Hasina?
restart his client.
Nah, report riot. Riot.
So yeah,
Let's take a shot.
very standard starts from both sides. Everyone playing a very defensive lineup. Only one trinket down so far by Tristana on the red
Minions
side.
have spawned.
But no one looks like they're in the mood to cross the river early on. So very safe starts on both sides. And yeah, let's see where all this plays out after.
Oh, we get a pause. Wait, you got your time. You got your time.
125. Am I on the right time?
There's no point checking time right now since there's a pause. Everyone's gonna be on the same time frame.
Yes.
A summoner
The
has
summoner has
disconnected.
disconnected.
Definitely,
So-
man. It's
so-
Bangladesh.
So their Lee got disconnected. He's restarting. Sweet. So Nemo, we haven't heard of your input in the game. So let's start with the bot lane.
The bot lane. Yeah, Ash can support herself. I mean, her kit now is just really annoying. What about my sound?
A summoner has disconnected.
It's too loud.
A summoner has
Now Tamka's
reconnected.
got to see. Tamka's got to see.
Okay,
I don't know
hold
what
on a second.
So, Faith.
Yeah, definitely. I'm here.
Tell me about the approach of the two different junglers. You said that Lee will be ganking early, but what about Vi?
Vi, I'm not sure. I mean, like, the early game definitely Lee Sin always have the upper hand on Vi, but to be honest, it will depend on the skill, depend on the approach, and how these two junglers are going to work. But I would say if the Lee Sin, as we can see, the Lee Sin is starting with the red, so the Lee Sin should give the gang at the early at the top because at the late game Nasus is the beast, as we all know. So I would expect the Lee Sin would get the stones. What is it called? I don't remember that red and give a gang to the top lane at the level 2, or he can also do the wolf climb the right and go back to the top lane.
Yeah. So everything depends on red team's. Red team cannot snowball. I'm guessing it will be a problem for
Red
the
team
red team.
actually can if the Lee Sin gets fed in early, at least if this Lee Sin gets 1 or 2 kills and complete the warrior and the sidestone, he can pretty much really give it a lot of pressure in the map, because with the sidestone he will get extra vision, and with the warrior the warrior upgrade in the jungle item, he will also have a lot of damage, because I'm not sure if you know that about the Q, because the Q give you
Yeah.
the Q really give the damage again.
So the game started. Stop you there, Fit. What's your time?
Yeah, 153, 154.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, we're on the same
page. Oh, okay. So Vi started with the Groms.
ground. Right. No, not the
Crux,
ground, but
the crux.
Crux, my bad.
Generally junglers with really fast attack speeds or abilities that enable them to restart their attack animation will start with the Krugs because of the stun that comes out on every 4th, 5th hit.
boss is giving a bit of damage to this Ash.
Wait, what do you think about Ash in the news?
At the moment, Ash should play aggressive because the late
What do you
game-
think Ash as an ADC? Not
Ash
as
is an ADC. To me, I guess it's a bad choice because
Why?
to me, there is a reason. Because of my playstyle, I always try to pick up the ADC which have their own gap closing tools, like Kalista. If you check all my ADC list, they all have a gap close because it will really help you to dodge and make a position yourself. You cannot do always the sidestep with that 100 ping. I don't know.
So you'd say that you do not like the ADCs which do not have any mobility.
Mobility,
Don't like
right.
those kind of ADCs.
Exactly, but the only one ADC I would like that is Jinx, because her late game is so overpowered.
Yeah,
Even
it makes up for the early week.
definitely,
mobility.
and he can pretty much even counter the.
So Lee Sin is there.
Why is there to ensure
They could
he
have
walked
taken
away and a
the
lot
kill.
of...
They just want.
A lot of damage from Lee Sin.
Yes, so really no victories on other side. Vi
But
very
there was a
lucky to have
victory and
been
he
there.
hit Flash.
The Vi, they could have killed the Vi, because they should have. I would say if I
Vi
was there,
was very, very lucky there. I'm guessing it was a cooldown issue.
I guess.
Lee Sin didn't have his Sonic Wave and Resonating Strike to finish
I
that
was
up.
expecting the bot lane should be pushed, and that's what they're doing. And
Oh,
Instead of a
very,
hand.
very
Nice one.
quick,
Duncan!
very
Nice
nicely
one.
disengaged
Flash,
from
but-
any danger there.
to be
Flashes
honest,
go
Lee Sin is
down.
doing a pretty
That
good
was
job.
really, really well played by Armor Knight. Dodging out the Sonic Wave, flashing away.
So this is shown. Yeah, he can play the thumb catch. No, it's thumb catch. And there he is. He's just going to eat him and take him away.
Yeah,
To be
so
honest,
about
Lee Sin
5
is doing a
minutes.
really good job of pressuring the lane.
We have another pause.
Yeah, I've been watching the top lane quite a bit, and there were a number of times where Nasus was
He did
using
not
his Q
stack.
to
Yeah.
deal damage to Renekton instead of the minions. So that
It
did
they
push
sh-
him behind a
actually
little
the
bit.
Nasa shouldn't do any tries to do any damage to Renekton because
It's completely
all he
pointless.
definitely because you need to stack it up. The only damage if you want to do is to just give him a basic attack. That's all.
Yeah, so at 5 minutes he's on 33 bonus damage, and it's not bad, but could
33
have done a
means
lot.
he took the 11 CS
11 CS. He has a total of 14 right now.
14.
He should have been CSing a little better,
Yeah, but the
but if you
Renekton
think
is
about
pretty much countered the
yeah,
Nasus. So
Renekton is really playing the lane the way he should be.
yeah, if the Nasus manage to take 70 CS and make a stack of at least 55 to 60, 10 minutes, I would say he done his job pretty much because his counter is counted as his
Oh,
opponent.
a lot of damage put down there because Nasus was too far up the lane. He gets nothing back in return, not even a stack. So the mid lane, I mean, Brand is supposed to have a good start on. Oh, Lee Sin is really, really low there. Is really low. Yeah, he manages to survive that. So
Yep.
Brand is harassing Annie enough to farm comfortably. Annie did have to back after that gank. Came back with an amplifying tome and a couple of pots. Brand yet to return to base, and he's still doing fairly well. Vi comes in for a gank in the top lane, but
Nice
Renekton
one,
really,
Renekton.
really good pathing, manages to avoid any contact, and nothing really spent. So a little relief for
User in your
Nasus,
channel
who should
timed
be
out.
able to stack a little better now.
Yeah, he is doing right now already.
So Annie has been trying to deal a little damage to Brand, as we can see by the absence of red in Brand's health bar. But Brand being stubborn, he's staying in the lane, he's farming. It's a little risky now, considering the fact that Annie is nearing level 6 right now.
If
and
Annie get herself a level 6,
Oh.
then he can pretty much one-shot the Brand.
yeah, I mean,
Flash engage.
okay, so a stun lands on
Lee
Lee
Sin.
Sin. Lee Sin should have seen that coming.
Wow.
Maybe the call wasn't made from the mid lane that Annie had rotated out.
Yeah, I guess there's a miscommunication problem because the Brand should have moved earlier, much more earlier than that, because Annie moved in.
Yeah, and Annie took a very, very long path. So the moment Brand saw Annie moving out, he should have just walked straight into the river pathing. I mean, he was safe from Annie, so he could have perhaps aided Lee Sin a little earlier, perhaps even picked up that kill. And really
Nice.
beautiful dodge.
Beautiful
that was
dodge.
a very, very beautiful dodge by Renekton there. He is really, really playing the lane well, managing to make Vi repeat unsuccessful ganks. So Vi is wasting her time there, and Renekton is maintaining a
I
safe
would
position.
say, no, boy, it's not a waste of gank because he's just releasing the
The
pressure,
pressure
from
for
the top.
Nasus.
Because you cannot, the jungler has so far the two job, either burn the summoner spell of the opponent or release the pressure from the lane. And third, if the best choice is getting a kill. So he's doing the second one, I guess, the second one that releases the pressure.
release.
It's not-
Yeah, you are really, really on point with that. But I think if Vi could actually help Annie just a little more,
yeah, definitely. He should have
that
rotated
would
the.
really, really pay off.
He should have rotated the mid lane and mid lane because Brand
User
he
entered your
doesn't
channel.
have any gap closer tool, so which makes him wow, a lot of damage deal. And good kill from
Yeah,
the
pretty
Brand.
much a solo kill for Brand, but Lee Sin does get an assist there, so that's always nice. Renekton is really, really doing a lot right now. Strike Eyes being stubborn, walking straight up to minion, taking a couple of hits, but ensuring he gets that Q stack. So he's on 108 right now. So a good improvement. Okay. Amigo. I'm always talking. So let's see what
Sorry guys, I got DC. I'm just
say about the game so far. Well, the streamers don't seem to really have much to say about the game right now. So yeah, a very standard game so far. Everyone is playing as we had expected them to.
But this Mason is pushed too much.
Nessus is on 123 bonus damage at 10 minutes. I think he's doing fairly well. The blue should be going over to Annie right now. That would really help with the sustain in the lane and her being able to return damage. But Vi just took it. Vi took the blue even though Annie was walking up to it, so I'm a little surprised there.
Well, Annie for the Q, Annie doesn't need the blue because if the Q pretty much kill the target, it doesn't do any mana. Right, but still, the CDR should have been helped to the Annie rather than taking the blue to the.
A lot of damage is dealt to Tristana there. Even though Amar Knight was a little out of position, Amar Knight should be able to pick up this kill. The Thresh
should have been.
box goes down really late. He should have attempted to block that out, so he has to flash out. Ashe flashes in afterwards and picks up a kill of her own. So that's 2-0 for the bot lane. 1-0 and 1, 1-0 and 1.
The Thresh should have been more focused on saving the Tristana rather than chasing
Trying
for
to
the
deal
Ashe.
some damage to the Ashe, yeah. I'm really surprised by that exchange. Yeah, Ashe is slightly better in the early game.
Definitely Ashe is better in the early game, but
Yeah, but Tristana and Thresh were in a good position to deal the damage to Ashe. Amar Knight on the Tom Kench was a little out of position, but somehow
still manages.
Ashe manages to really poke down Tristana. The fight was extended a bit too long, and both the bot laners had to pay for it with their lives.
Well, I have something to say here. Ashe and Tamkins took the advantage when Tristana's bomb was on cooldown. That is
No,
why they-
he casted it. I saw him cast that thing.
Oh,
on the
Lee Sin
Ashe.
again out of position. He gets ulted, he gets damaged, he gets stunned and taken down. Nothing Thresh could have done. Lee Sin really needs to be more aware of his surroundings right now. I'm sorry for the interrupt, but
No, it's completely fine.
yeah. So Leonidas, Spectre getting caught out by Leonidas a couple of times, and yeah, he really needs to keep his eyes on the surrounding. Those pink wards are really tasty, but they're really not worth the life
You
spent
definitely.
trying to take them out.
Well, we can see at the top lane that Renton had the double bluff because from the last in on the top lane. He even also died on the red side.
So much damage going over to Tristana here. Very nice eat. Managed to keep Ashe alive for a while. Ashe is just in single out, but she should. No,
Wow.
she barely manages.
Also
She barely
really
dies
bad.
there without picking up the kill. And yeah, so Ashe finally punished for pushing up the lane so far. 4 members of the red side are pushing against the turret. Lee Sin can be seen coming in as well, although he may not really be necessary. 2 hits.
No, they want to do the dragon first push
Um,
and bot
Yeah,
lane.
but Renekton is recalling right now. And Nasus is putting down some damage on the turret.
I guess he would be
Nasus
able
should
to.
be
Oh,
welcome
never
back
mind. He
now.
wanted. He wanted
Guys,
to.
what's your time?
10,
14, 9, 10,
11,
11.
12, 13. Yeah,
I'm
so
a
in
bit
the
behind.
Dragon for the red side, Ashe just managed to spot that even though it's no longer necessary, given everyone is
So
told
Nasus
what's
takes
going
the
on.
top turret.
Nasus takes down the top turret. So
And because of the
turrets,
TP, the Nasus get himself some free CS and get ahead on the CS, on the CS difference with the Renekton.
Yeah, what Nasus has to do is just
Farm.
farm in lane.
Farm. He does. He does.
Farm. He just has to farm.
Nasus is just standing in base right now, hasn't bought any items. I'm guessing he missed. Okay, Mercury Treads. I'm guessing he was a little confused about what he wanted to pick up as soon as he backed. But he has his items now, and he has the teleport. He can choose to teleport or walk up. The teleport isn't really necessary, not losing much farm there. So pressure might be coming down on the mid turret right now, with 3 members available, but Vi decides to fly in. That's a lot of damage coming out of Annie, who's
And
started
Duncan
off.
needs her.
The hook barely misses, though I doubt the 10 sentence landing would have forced an engage. I'm sure Thresh would not have gone in for that. Though not much damage is dealt to the mid turret because they decided to go for the kill instead of the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And now there are 4 members of the red side pushing against their turret, but
There is a lot of work and he doesn't is the difference. How the blue team is proceeding, blue team is pressuring the mid lane, which is good, and they're buying time for the Nasus to just farm.
yeah, and
And that late game Nasus will be very difficult to play against that late game.
oh, Annie should land this. Yes, sorry, Thresh was really out of position, but they just couldn't deal as much damage as they wanted.
Answer.
Strike Ice being hounded right now, excuse the pun, by
Wow,
Lee Sin
nice
and
flash.
Renekton. So flash is spent. They should be able to pick up this kill. Nasus gets a little damage down in return, but yeah, the kill goes over to Lee Sin.
But I'm surprised that the brand
Uh-oh,
pick up the Rylus.
Ashe is in a very bad position.
Yeah, and early realize I'm a little confused about that item being chosen first.
Yeah,
And
I
so-
would have rather expected
more
a
damage.
mana item, or rather the hunting guys.
The hunting guys, the best item to start the game, and then he can go switch to that.
Actually, I've seen a lot of brands. A lot of brands don't choose to go for the hunting guys. They rather choose the mana item and then blah blah blah. But there are 2 kinds of builds. But I have never seen a brand going for a relights.
I saw even Holly. If Holly plays a lot of that, I saw him to go to the hunting guys than the Rylus. But first item as a Rylus,
It doesn't work that well.
yeah, the damage output from the early game, I think it gets reduced. You can't do the damage. What do you expect from the brand?
Thresh taking turret hits.
Turret
Wow,
hits.
Thresh taking a
Wow.
number of turret hits, and Annie is dealing so much damage there. She pays it forward with her life. She defends the turret, but Brand goes down. Renekton follows really shortly, and Nasus comes in with his Qs. Hits Thresh once and
Wow.
sends him reeling. The Ashe arrow goes wide, does not manage
Do
to
some-
connect,
do some
but
damage.
Lee Sin falls for it. The slow bite of Tongue Lash lands on Tristana, but she has her rocket jump and is able to get out of there safely. Still has sufficient health to defend this incoming push, and since there is no real engage right now, Vi's ult is down. She should be safe under her turret. The teleport comes in just to ensure a bit more security. So Brand's teleport is now down. The mid turret is defended. Ashe is pushing out the bot lane and free farming in the process. So does she choose to? No, Tristana has rotated around successfully. Will be able to defend this turret for a while. Pick up some farm of her own. So this blue buff does not go over to Annie either. How much cooldown is Annie on right now?
But the blue buff should have gone to Annie because
Yeah,
it really helps her with the CDR especially.
yeah. I mean, she's only on 5% right now, and that would have bumped her up quite significantly.
Yep.
Mana's not an issue, but the CDR
CDR is a really good
helps.
issue. Yeah, I'm surprised with the first item with the Ludden Seiko.
And the blue goes over to Lee Sin as well, so the mid laner is not really
Why?
being shown
Why
much
should-
love by the
Why
junglers
should Lee Sin
in
get
this
the
game.
blue? He doesn't need that much
Oh.
of CDR to the brand.
Okay, Tom Kench was in a really bad spot there, surrounded by players, but he manages to just walk away unscathed. So, a misplay on the part of the red side there. They should have really punished Tom Kench there. But he has the upper hand. He gets some support to come in, and they manage to clear a bunch of wards. Lee Sin seems to be playing a little cautiously right now after those early bungles.
To be honest, the item of the Lee Sin, I would have expected the second item as a side stone, because Lee Sin without the side stone,
Is
I
not
guess
Lee Sin.
not Lee Sin exactly. without the insect mechanics, you're not a Lee Sin. And
So,
as you can see,
yeah,
the
really
thing is he doesn't even have the sweeper, and I guess he's definitely level 10, so he should have the sweeper in his pocket. But
It
instead of
doesn't
that,
really look like Lee Sin is very comfortable on this pick, does it?
User in your channel.
At the
timed
early
out.
game he was, but after some mistake, I guess he's tilting. Maybe.
Yeah, I
User entered
suppose
your channel.
mistakes have kind of dampened his enthusiasm that he had in the early game. So right now, apart from Nasus doing what Nasus does best, everyone else just seems to be walking through the river into the mid lane, walking through the river into the mid lane. A little confusion, like no commitment seen on other side yet.
I think both the team are really confused about what they should do, because they're not even pushing the mid lane, or they are not even pushing the top lane. Just as I can see, that the only benefited team would be the blue team, because
Nasus.
Nasus is getting the free farm. Nothing else is gaining from these rotation.
Yeah, I think the red side are really making a mistake here because while if you're not controlling the Nasus, you should be doing something else. Lee Sin Q land and the Thresh hook, but there is no commit to it because the blue side members can be seen in the vicinity. So a lot of damage is dealt. The red side have an opportunity here to put down a little pressure, but they're just not moving towards it.
Damage done by the false.
A lot of damage does go down, but there's going to be no follow-up on the turret. And yeah, I mean, the way the red side are playing and the way the blue side are playing, even if any member is really low, they can afford to recall to base and walk back up because no one is showing any signs of committing to some real turret damage.
Anyway, look at the top turret. The blue team has its own top turret. So why the red team is not doing anything for that? Because the red team has a Renekton with the teleport, so Renekton should do the pressure on the top lane and get the turret, while the 4 of the purple team should have stayed in the mid lane, so giving time to the Renekton. If the fight starts in the mid lane from the blue team, then Renekton can easily TP in the mid lane and win the fight. But they're all just trying to staying in the mid, where the blue team really has a good
Okay, so
lane pressure.
no,
lane
I mean
clearing.
you are right, but okay, so the mid turret finally does go down.
Because the Vi
I
Vi
think
was
the
in the
reason
bot lane.
Renekton wasn't in the top lane pushing out the turret, even though it would have been really easy for them, I mean, they all seem to be rotating around to it right now, which is entirely unnecessary because that wave should be taking it down, was because if you notice the movement of the red side, they were a little fidgety. It seems like they're a little,
Confused.
more than confused, they seem a little hesitant. And Vi is solo dragging even though there's a ward right there. Really, oh, she misses her fall
she missed.
and has to flash out of there to stay alive. So that's real. The red team just say thank you for taking the dragon down
Right.
solo.
Where the Nasus man, he's getting the free farm at the bar play.
Yeah, Nasus is really working at
Renekton
this
should.
wave.
Okay.
He is on 339 bonus damage at 24 minutes. Renekton finally responds to the push coming in. So yeah, more than confusion, the red team, they seem to be a little hesitant in the manner like they don't look very confident in what's going on. So they don't want to risk those 2-3 extra seconds that the teleport takes for Renekton to come in just in case a fight does break out in the mid lane. So I'm guessing that's why he hadn't pushed earlier on. Tristana is seen standing in the brush, making sure that there are no champions coming in with the wave that she's gonna farm so hungrily right now.
If they couldn't do anything about the Tristana, I guess he can pretty much destroy the team.
Yeah, so it looks really like the red team have their Tristana, the blue team have the dog.
The dog,
So they're
exactly.
like-
They're both hyper carry.
Yeah, but there is just a lot of CC on the blue side. So blue side to me, even though there's a better engage possibility with the Thresh and the Lee Sin on the red side, the blue team have a better sustained CC capability with the massive burst coming out of the Annie, who can just make Brand or Tristana disappear if
So I just got blocked.
United in a really bad spot right now.
Flash.
Managed to
Oh man, it's way too.
really late. She turns around and deals down the ult. She is
There's the ult. There's
Annie goes
the
down really fast. Lee Sin follows. Double kill going on right now.
Yes.
These are really doing a lot of damage right now. Vi managed to pick up a kill in such a bad spot. Managed to survive. Really good. Excuse me. Really good. Abyssal Voyage.
This turned into the blue team's favor.
Yeah,
And
Turned into the blue team's favor.
3 members of the red side go down.
Sleason wanted to insect the Vi, but the flash was too late for that because the Vi was already escaped the range.
The confidence Vi showed to ult in that situation, but stay in the fight was really nice. It shows that he really knows that he can rely on his teammates to keep him alive long enough to deal the damage.
If you see the item difference for the Lee Sin versus Vi and the Thresh versus the Damage, the Lee Sin was should have picked up the Aegis of the Legion or the Locket, which we would say the Locket, but he's going for only his
Armor
own
build.
sustainability. He should have because as you can see the Thresh didn't complete which one he's going for. I mean, the first item, what was the name of it? Oh, the Targaryen race. So,
Tar-
Red team's turret has been
Target
destroyed.
Target. It's not Targaryen, it's not Game of Thrones. Please,
The
please,
Brit.
no Game
Yeah,
of Thrones
this
here.
is an item I really dislike on Thresh. I mean, you start with the Relic Shield, and that's really nice because it really gives you an advantage in the lane when it comes to leveling up or sustain. But it should really be switched out for the Ancient Coin.
Ancient Coin,
going
right.
into Talisman of. Because the movement speed buff, I mean, with a Thresh you want to engage, and the movement speed buff really helps doing
really
that.
helpful.
And in the case that you are the one engaged upon, you can really easily disengage. So, and Thresh doesn't really have a very good HP base for the face of the mountain to be really that effective. So it is kind of a waste of money on him, all things considered, and in comparison to the Talisman. So, but I have seen a lot of Threshes go into the Targons, ending up with the face of the mountain. But yeah, it's just not as effective an item as other
Also, the
items.
brand, as you can see by the brand, is going for the Nidalee Large Rod. So he's not going for the Hunting Gaze again.
Yeah, Brand's build already questionable as it is. The Nidalee Large Rod does build a little confidence now, showing that he will be going for probably the Rabadons.
Or Zonias, or Lulam's Echo. It's really
I would expect
confusing.
the Luden's Echo, considering the fact
Yeah,
that he
definitely.
did
I would
realize
also
first.
expect that.
The Zonias, I don't think he would go for the Zonias. Not really. Uh, it wouldn't really help him much here, would it? I mean, his cooldowns aren't short enough for the Zonias to really help. And he's just gonna be burst down either ways. I mean, he'd probably be burst down before he could use his Zonias.
Yeah, he should have gone for the hunting, guys. At this moment, after
Yeah, he
completing
really
the
should
rise.
have. It would have really helped with the damage over time.
No way. Look at the top lane. Man, he's getting so farmed up.
Yeah, I've been
423.
watching his stacks. Take a look at his stacks right now. 29.5 minutes. Oh, Brand is caught
Brand
out.
is
The Ash
caught
ult goes down. The kill goes over to Vi.
Vi.
And that is a really big loss. 10 seconds before the dragon is about to spawn.
Did
decent-
Renekton just TP at the top lane?
Yeah, I mean, there's no
Oh,
way to defend against the blue side taking this dragon. It's better to stop something that he does have a hand in. But he did teleport onto a minion, did he?
I'm not sure, but
It looked
but
like-
as they saw that the Renekton is going to the top lane by using the TP, so they know if even if the red team want to, if the red team had the chance to defend the dragon, they couldn't because Renekton can't join the fight.
So the blue team is pushing the bot.
At the positioning that Lee Sin and Tristana had taken, they were already falling back after Brand went down. They just thought that they can't really do much about this dragon that's going over the blue side. So I suppose it was like already decided from beforehand. Lee Sin is a little out of place. He's very, very lucky that stun did not land, but a hook lands on Sam Kench instead, who takes a couple of turret hits and a little brand fire, but no steam fish on the plate tonight. The red goes over to Ash right now. Wow, the red team are really, really clustering their players at all times.
So the red team just got spotted. They're just gonna. The blue team is just backing up, gonna get some minutes, and there is a ward there.
This game is going to be a long one.
Yeah, two of them are recalling on a ward.
But the
But the Nasus, look at the Nasus! It is.
so much free farm.
Yeah, they really have not kept a leash on this dog, and it's really, really gonna.
And even if the Nasus is, they should have just used that.
Wow, and he decides to flash it and done. Zonya is really, really quickly a follow-up crystal arrow by the Ash.
That's a double kill, man.
A bad move on Brand's part there. Thought he could pick up a couple of kills. A really, really beautiful engage by Annie. The fight continues. Another.
Nasus is just too
Oh,
good
they're
for
really,
this.
really just gonna chase this down. The wither lands, the stun lands, and
And it's an ace.
yeah, leather shoes provide coming in. The turret to follow. They have sufficient damage, Tibbers, and a wave here. They should be able to take down this turret.
They have a Nasus kill.
Nasus Q, come on, they have a Nasus Q.
So now he's proving once again why he should not be let out of the fence. 2 turrets, an ace, 2 turrets.
What's this? What's this?
And
Wait,
it
a
did
bonus
go
attack?
down
Wait,
really quickly. The
is
gold
that
difference now stands
500
at
damage on the
7,500.
Q?
Yeah, definitely. Look at that. Look, it's a 32 minutes, and he really got a lot of time with the free farming. So
Oh my word.
50, I wouldn't
Yeah,
have been
he's on
surprised.
how much damage does he have right now? He has 495 damage.
Have you saw that he gave a 1.2k damage on the river turtle. 1.2k damage with the Q.
Yeah, it's like they're like, yeah. You guys are ahead. Tristana's ahead. No matter, we have a Nasus. That's
So
a 6-man.
another blue that does not go over to the mid laner.
I don't see any reason why the
Well, Ash has a lot of damage in the weapon. We're talking about that Nasus, but look at Ash's item. He has Infinity Edge and the Phantom Dancer. That's a lot of damage.
Well,
What I've liked the most about Ash in this game is her crystal arrows have really been on
Perfect
point. I mean,
ult, perfect ult, perfect ult.
none of them were really long range. None of them were like really flashy, but they were all incredibly effective in their
definitely.
utilization. She only
Except for
missed
one or
one
two which she
that was
missed.
from the bot lane into the mid lane. But apart from that, she has hit all of her other crystal arrows, and they've all led to kills.
But still, someone needs to do the prey mechanics.
I really love how the blue team are chaining their CC right now.
Yeah,
So
we see
that-
the ass pushing, we see the assassin pushing.
A lot of
far.
map pressure from the blue team.
If this keeps going, if they keep the Nasus, free like this, I'm afraid the Nasus is gonna get 1000 stack at this rate.
Nah, the game won't
Nah, I think the game will last like this because the red team are not taking any initiative. The blue team just want to farm away and farm away. Nasus will get so fed and Nasus just.
And as you can see, the purple team doesn't have that much of vision control, even to their jungle.
Oh, I want to ask one question, Newhai. If Nasus kills a ward and kills him, does he gain stacks? Newhai?
There's only one way to find out, I guess. Go to the custom, place a ward by your friend, and then.
And see if Nasus is the
I'm
ward
sorry, what was
stack
your
that does killing a ward stacks Nasus Q.
Q, yeah, it gives a standard 3D
So
damage.
you kill a ward and you get a stack of the Q. I'll see
Oh, look at that damage.
Oh, that damage.
The turret is disappearing, but a turret dives there, and really nice usage of the
Just
Tom
wanted
King.
the turret.
And to keep Leonidas alive, and then he uses his thick skin perfectly to ensure that he has a full 2 bars of HP of hook lance, and that should pick up a
Boss is
kill
doing
for
pretty much
Tristana
good
on the
damage.
Annie. A lot of damage going down. Get rid of the Tompkins. Ash is definitely gonna follow that.
Boss has
So
shown...
triple kill for Tristana, and Renekton gets a kill of his own.
And
They
Nasus
get
just goes
2
in.
turrets there in exchange for 4 lives.
Oh, that attack speed by Tristana.
They get 2 turrets and 2 kills for lives. That's works or not?
That's definitely a ward for the blue team, because it's
It
a
is
tier 2
worth it
turret.
for the blue team, but that those deaths were unnecessary. They were more a show of power than of necessity.
Yeah.
That's kind of just handing a little gold back to the Reds.
Okay.
It was. Austin, it was a problem from your side, huh?
But এখন কোনো viewer নাই, সব চলে গেছে.
I'm the one who's only watching.
As am I.
No shoutcasting. So
Okay, forget shoutcasting. I really need to discuss this. The teleport pickups were really confusing. I mean, like I was saying, it's like I use teleport in the mid lane a lot myself. Right, but the main purpose of the teleport is so that you have presence on the map. The only thing that these 2 guys have used the teleport for was to recall and come back to lane
Come
to
back
farm
to
better.
lane, exactly.
So, I mean, Brand could have really used the ignite to get those early kills, as could have Annie. I mean, it would really propel them
yeah,
forward.
if I was to take a brand, I wouldn't take TP. The brand roaming. It's Annie. Yeah,
I would take a cleanse if I was Brand. Look at the lineup that the blue side has.
cleanse them perfectly.
But it's a Voinkor amount of CC on the blue side.
Bhayankar amount of CC.
Bhayankar amounts,
It
exactly.
is a Voinkor amount. I mean, look at it. It's just ridiculous right now.
Oh man.
Oh, the fish are there. Catches it.
So beautiful. Buys out into the crystal, yeah. And he almost goes down. That heal comes out and saves their life. Manages to.
Run, Renekton, run!
Renekton is trying his best
Boss
to run
is
from
really
that.
doing it.
But Tristana dealing so much damage right now, but they are in the pitch right now.
Damn it!
Working his way through.
The
So
dog
what
was
appears to be a
stupid.
fight tilting in the blue side's favor, with Tristana still alive. Nasus just decides that's not gonna happen. Walks back in, two shots the squishy Yordle, and they go for the Nexus turret. This should be game right now. There really isn't much the Crocodile can do. So, a really back and forth, confusing game. Moves over to the blue side. It's too much free farm given to Nasus there. It's too much free farm.
Too much free farm.
So this is GG. Yeah. Strika is showing, yeah, I can play top lane Nessus. Now come, let's play Nessus.
Yeah, so the game was an interesting spectacle. I mean, there were a couple of mistakes, a few questionable decisions. Lee Sin appeared to have really fallen off. He was trying to keep early pressure on, but those two early deaths really seemed to have affected how he played the rest of the game. Yeah, to the viewers, we apologize for a lot of technical issues that took place over the night, but we hope the amount of the games that you could see were up to par with what you had expected. Thank you for tuning in. Sabik, take over.
Yeah, this is so, guys. This is the end of today. This is us signing off now. Signing off for today. Again, we are truly sorry about about all of all of the problems that we have faced, technical issues. I'm very sorry. Let's hope tomorrow we won't have these problems. So, yeah, thank you guys. So we'll be signing off.